Hello, everyone, and welcome to NestGen 2025. My name is Neil, and I'm from the Flightbase team, and it's absolutely thrilling to have you here today. Today, we are going to dive into a topic that is as exciting as it is game changing. So, as you can see on your screen, AI powered monitoring and inspection for Italian highways with dog drones. And today, we are going to explore how AI View Group leverages dog and drone hardware, flight automation software, data analytics, and remote command and control systems to revolutionize the way highway inspections are done. Now, let's take a quick pit stop and talk about our star of the show, which is AI View Group. So, the group is headquartered in Rome, Italy, and is a pioneer in aerial intelligence, which specializes in unmanned technology operations that perfectly blend with safety and efficiency. And their mission is simple: to drive digital transformation in the autonomous drone ops industry. And simply put, AIView Group is a leader in setting high standards for how enterprises can leverage aerial intelligence for smarter and safer autonomous ops. Before we jump in to the heart of today's session, let's also take a moment to interact with our community. So if you're digging what you're hearing on this session, go ahead and drop a LinkedIn post. Please make sure that you tag Flightbase, AIView, and use the hashtag NestGen. And your engagement fuels our community and helps us build the momentum and keep the momentum going. And there's some inside scoop as well. So the top three posts will score exclusive NestGen hampers. And trust me, the hampers are really good. So please make sure that you post on LinkedIn. In addition to this, a few housekeeping rules for the audience. So on the top right, we have a Q&A corner where you can drop in all your questions as they come, and we'll take them at the end of the session. The session will also be a little interactive, so keep an eye out for our mid-session polls. We want to hear your voice, so get ready to cast your vote as well. Last but not the least, a quick word of thanks for our sponsors who make events like NestGen possible and a success. So our media partners, Digital Spotlight, and our broadcast sponsors. All right, without any further ado, let's get right at it. I am excited to learn more about AI View's approach to highway inspections. And with that, let me take this moment to introduce you to our speaker for the day. So, audience, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce you our speaker, Nicola Maraiti, the CEO of AI View Group. Hi, Nicola. Great to have you here.
Hi, Neil. Thanks for the invitation, and I'm excited too to start this session and let understand how we build a big project in Italy on the highway with Docker drones.
Right. I'll just give the audience a brief introduction about you as well. So, everyone, Nicola has been a driving force in the unmanned technology space, leading the charge in developing AI powered tools that work hand in hand with drone based solutions. And under his leadership, Group has not only enhanced operational efficiency, but also refined safety standards for infrastructure monitoring, especially on busy highways, as we'll just cover. And on a personal note, I've had the pleasure of working with Nicola for about 3 to 4 years. And let me tell you that he's been one of our true early adopters of autonomous drone technology and operations. And I've seen his unwavering commitment to advancing the drone industry firsthand. So his insights and forward-thinking approach not only transform highway inspections, but also keep us all on our toes. And I'm really excited for hearing his insights and his vision with AI View Group. So with that, Nicola, I'm thrilled to hand over the mic to you. The stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Neil. I will start with sharing my screen. Let me know if everything is okay.
Yes. We can see your screen.
Okay. You can see in full screen the presentation?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, let's go start. As Neil said, we are Havio Group. We are an Italian company started in 2012. Today, we are more than 30 employees plus professionals that work with us. And our goal is to help the big companies, the enterprise companies, in the adoption of unmanned technologies in their operational and maintenance processes. This is what we do from the beginning, for the best and most important companies in Italy. From last 2 years ago, we entered in the Hyrodyne Group as part of the European regional European office, and so we started also this adventure, bringing our technology, bringing our experience around the world. We are mainly, of course, certified pilot, and today we are also remote pilot. As we will see later in the presentation. We are also technology expert. We develop our platforms based on technology standard. We are expert in artificial intelligence, generative AI, and so we help our customer in develop special project based on machine learning, artificial intelligence projects. And at the end, we are also professionals, so we certify all our result. We charge the report based on the things that we do. We have a 10-year experience and more in the transportation market, especially using drones, of course. We work, as I said, in the engineering and construction part, in the operation, in the maintenance, and the inventory of the asset. We have a big track record and number on the inspection, like bridges, caissons and piles, and everything related to the asset infrastructure of the highway and also in the railway. From last year, we started also a big project on traffic monitoring, and we performed more than 3,000 remote mission for traffic monitoring inspection with Doppler drones. Our process and our framework of work is quite simple. We perform operation in VLOS, BVLOS, and remote with our thanks to our control center. Then we apply intelligence on data that we capture, and we certify the report that we provide to our customer. As you can see in the slide, we work on traffic monitoring, that is the day-to-day argument, but also we perform bridge inspection, road operation inspection, inventory, and surveys. Today, I want to present our last born in our company, our remote control center. The name is RAIDI, means Remote Autonomous Drone Intelligence Command and Control Center. With this command and control center, we operate remote unmanned operation, of course. We are integrated with the U-Space services, with the UTM service provider in Italy, that is DeFlight. And we provide also advisory and training for the company who want to start to cooperate with our control center. This is the workflow for our customers. So we fly remote. We are remote pilot that fly for the customer, providing mission and service. Then we organize all the data for analyzing the critical information, the business critical information for the customer, and we let the customer act, so concentrate himself in the main part of their business. So manage traffic or reduce incident or go to emergency services on the highway. Our control center manage different kinds of Doppler drones depending on the needs of the customer. So we can work with medium range, classic Mavic 3 or MT30 or long range and VTOL drones for long-range flight, of course. With the command center, with the software, the command center, we plan and we work under our safety procedure in the operation and the missions. And then with the artificial intelligence module, we work on data extracting business information for the customer. Today, we will talk about a specific use case that is traffic monitoring, more than traffic monitoring, because at the end, we started with the traffic monitor with the Italian highway, but today we do a lot of things with the same system. So a system started for making only remote traffic monitoring. Today, perform inspection on the highway. Today, perform emergency services. Today, perform control of the roadworks. The architecture is simple. We use, of course, file-based platform for the command and control of the drone. Plus, we had our other platform for managing data, as I said, through artificial intelligence and reporting data. Our objects are related to the traffic management, road operation support, emergency response, and also for checking some weather events that could be happened in few time. Today we are on with our project on two main customer on the highway. The first of all is the biggest company in Italy, that is Autostrade per l'Italia, through their technology company named Movion. With them we are since 2 years. We are going with the remote operation, the highway. We started with the 5 nested drone installed in the toll gate, around the toll gate of the highway, or in the service area of the highway, so people getting gas can see a drone flying and monitoring the highway. The project is Falco. If someone of you want to Google Falco project, will find a lot of newspaper and web TV talking about it. The main key point of the project is the increasing in detection event and decreasing of the intervention time for the people who work on the street or on the road. As I said, road monitoring is one of the services that we do, real-time traffic monitoring, in monitoring the roadworks, and we work in day and night. Emergencies, special transportation, everything could happen on a big network of highway. The second one is started a few months ago. So another company who manage a part of the highway in Italy. Today we have 2 docks to nest installed, and we are moving on with more of them for covering a large part of the network. With all the 2 in this year, I think around 50 nested drone installation. We start our system architecture installing the specific hardware for the customer. So we start providing them all the analysis related to the FONOPS, SORA, and so on, for letting them perform the operation. We choose the best drone and the best nest for them, relating to the needs of the customer. Then with the flight management system, we provide all the mission planning and activities for starting the operation into our command and control center ready. If we do not have the specific algorithms we start to develop are capturing data for training, and then we release the algorithm, the module for the customer. At least at the end, we integrate the common control center information into the traffic control room of the customer. Customer have the traffic control room in which they provide information with fixed camera. We had some video on their video wall with the information in real time of the drone live streaming. Plus, we will see later in a video all the information related to the availability of the drones and Nest and what they are doing. So a real understanding of the general system, how it's working, which Nest are working in this moment, or what Nest are under maintenance, and so on. Talking about artificial intelligence, we have some algorithms related to the traffic monitoring, so we can analyze the traffic in terms of statistical or which car, with how many trucks, and so on. Then we started to develop a solution related to the roadwork and the signal into the roadwork, just to let understand if the signal, if everything is like they program it before starting the roadwork. So if everything is okay, we calculate the trajectory of the cars to see if there are no problem, if everything is safe. On the same time, the drone analyzes the pavement crack detection, just to check if if we need some kind of refinement and so on. We work on the demand mission on call, as we say it, or planet. This means that we are 24 hours in contact with the traffic control room of the customer. We have a radio connection with them. So we have a specific language to talk with them. And we start our operation when we heard that something is start to happen. We know where it start to happen, and we send the drone there just to let them have a look in a few minutes and take the decision how to proceed with their business process. So on demand mission, it's happened that cars are not more passing because there is an accident in a area not covered with the fixed camera. So the drone is useful because can understand and have a picture of what's happening. Those are some of the cues that normally we have in our area, especially in the north area, in which we have in this moment in place a lot of roadworks. We check not only the traffic, but as I said, we check also the infrastructure. So the drone are used also for checking if, in terms of asset, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of protection for the car, for the against the incident, are good or not. So you can see in this case some shock absorber that are damaged because a car crashed and no one repaired it, or some damages. So it's important for the highway manager understand that there are some those kind of issues, and with the drone we are ready to report it in a very, very fast way. Same for other kind of issue that on the highway can happen. We supported them in different moments in which there were some emergency actions. With drone, they have 30 minutes fixed camera in the air, just to follow what is happening, how the emergency car are moving on, how the ambulances or doctors, everyone is moving for solving the problem. And that's another big result for the highway, because they reduce the response time and reduce the time in which the highway is not performing. That's the video we did with them on the service that we provide. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. This looks so exciting, Nicola. I mean, seeing it all in production from actual customer deployments, I'm sure the audience has a lot to learn from all of your best practices.
So, as you have seen in the video, there is a nest secured with fences, with a secure camera, and so on. Then we have integrated all the workflow process into the customer system. This is the main part of the project, because the tool, the drone, has become part of the process, and is not different things outside that can be called for a service one time, two time. No, it's a tool that is present in the traffic control room of the customer. And the traffic control room people are really happy to have a support of something in the air, can be launched when they need it, or that can perform planned flight during the day, just to check that everything is okay. This is the real part and the most important part of the project. Of course, not giving them a simple drone, but as I said at the beginning, our goal is to let them introduce a manned technology in their operation. And this is what we did with this customer especially, and of course other customers. This is the most important part.
And I also agree with that, Nicola. So essentially, a technology can only succeed if it becomes a part of your main workflows. If it's totally separate from that, there is always a barrier for people to, use that technology. So as long as it becomes a part of your customers' workflows and integrates with that, there's a lot of ROI then that end users can get out of this entire solution.
Yes, because you have to solve a problem for the customer. If you add only technology, you are not solving nothing at the end. You are creating another problem, managing other technology. So we are talking about autonomous drone in the next future. We will have a panel later talking about autonomous drone.
Yes.
This is the first step. Of course, autonomous means a lot of things that needs to be developed in the next time. But today we are started to be autonomous because we are creating the first pillar of the information for doing that autonomous. related to the infrastructure. We need to put the drone inside the customer infrastructure. Only in this way we will win our battle for the autonomous drone. Otherwise, it's only a service of flight, something around the year.
Correct.
I don't know if there are some question.
Yes, there are a few questions, Nicola. Before we head to the questions, first of all, thank you for sharing all of these insights and insights which are actually coming from customer deployments. So these are the things that help us gauge where how the technology has penetrated the industry, the ROI it is bringing, the cost saving, not to forget the lives that this solution is probably saving, right? Drones in the air on highways detecting uh, accidents, fires. These are the additional things which cannot be calculated because those things are priceless. But I'm
Yeah.
sure the audience got a lot of insights. I think the first question is from somebody from Nikhil, who's from Drone Lab, India, and he wants to ask is how many kilometers can a drone cover with one dock at a given time? So, if you could share some of those insights, it might be related to the kind of area that you're operating in, the kind of signal penetration or attenuation you might have. But from your experience, what is the maximum distance that you have seen?
In terms of flight distance from the dock, we are talking about really at the end, maximum 3 kilometers on the left, 3 kilometers on the right. It could be low, but at the end it's not so low because what the customer need, what for traffic monitoring and for analyzing what's happening, the most important is the field of view.
Right.
So if you are 3 kilometers away, you can see in some part 10, 12 kilometers of a highway, understanding everything is okay. The customer solved the problem to have a general idea of the behavior of the highway with a view from the sky. So we can sharply goes to the point in a range of 3 kilometers left and 3 kilometers right. And that's enough because, of course, you have not to cover the full network. The highway companies know perfectly where the incident happened statistically. So they need to cover a special part or dangerous part of the highway. And they put there the nest. Plus, with the field of view, they can see more.
All right. So it's the field of view and strategically positioning the docking stations where, there might be choke points or like some vital areas where, a drone is always, it's better to have a drone or a
Yeah,
dock
yeah.
always.
There are parts
Understood.
of the highway where never happened from years, and I don't know if in the other country happen when you hear about traffic information, you hear always the same part of the of the network area because it's a famous problem on that, and they could put the nested drone there just to monitor in the every moment of what's happening.
Right. And now, we also have AI, so AI can also see the historical data where most of the accidents or, other things have happened. And then we can figure out those vital areas using AI as well. So you can shorten the time to pick out those problems as well. So one more question is, did you face any challenges in setting up the remote command and control center? So I think that because people would want to know what is how, first of all, you've set it up, And then what is your vision for it as well? Because you mentioned that the customers are going to come to you and they're going to ask you to fly for them, and they who will not necessarily get the regulatory permissions. So can you shed some light on that? Because we are also seeing a lot of trends in the same direction, but you've done it, so you probably have more insights to share.
Yeah, we started our common control center under special authorization from our national authority. We started 2 years ago. I'm happy to share with you that today we closed our LUC process. So
Oh, wow.
we get I don't know how many there are, but we get one of the first LUC for remote operation without observer on the ground. So it's another good goal for our company, because we are ready to serve our customer with a semi-autonomous. We are going into the autonomous. So we remove the observer on the ground, so the drone is on the field alone. We go there only for maintenance, 2 or 3 days in a month, just to checking everything is okay. So the challenge was at the beginning, the regulation, the authority, and we solved it with the LUC. And second, that is, I think, most important that the LUC. I'm telling a big thing. That is the cybersecurity of the system. At the end, one of the most issues that we solved is to convince the customer that the system is safe in terms of cyber, because we are working with the critical infrastructure. And you know that the critical infrastructure in Europe are under the NIS2 regulation. So means a lot of other rules that you have to apply. So has been more simple to take the look at the security issue at the end, but has been two big goals for for our company.
All right. So to sum it up, regulations are one of the key challenges, and to make sure the customer is happy, ensuring cybersecurity, hygiene, data privacy, data residency is also one of the critical concerns and challenges.
Yes, yes, yes. I repeat,
All right.
because we are talking with the critical infrastructure owner.
Right. Understood. Well, Nicola, unfortunately, we are up on time.
Yeah, I see.
Uh, about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm sure this session was really valuable to a lot of, people out there in the audience. And congratulations on securing the LUC, another feather in AIVU's cap. And I'm sure there's a long way to go, but you've set a very strong foundation, and for sharing your insights like real world examples from your customer deployments. I'm sure this helps paint a picture for the audience on the use cases where drones and dogs can be used, and especially for highway inspections and monitoring how drones and dog stations can be utilized. So thanks for taking out the time and sharing all of this with us. And any closing thoughts before we end the session?
Just saying thanks to Flightbase and you, Neil, for this opportunity, of course. It's
All
always
right.
a good event, the next gen.
Yes, yes. And the audience might not know this, but Nicola is at a panel for autonomous ops and BVLOS regulations as well. So, you can head to Nicola's second session where he's going to explain in more detail and will share the more like nitty gritties on, autonomous drone operations and regulations. So please make sure that you attend that session and do not miss it. So with that, Nicola, thank you so much. And
Welcome.
yeah,
See you later.
yeah. All
Bye.
right. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.